Hello guys, welcome back to the next session of R programming. In the last session, we have seen strings in R. Am I right? We have seen what is the string, what are the rules to write the string, and also we have seen some operations that you can perform on the string, right? Now in this session, we are going to start with the new topic, that is packages in R. What is a package? What are the packages supported in R? So let me show you what you are going to learn in this session. So see here, first of all, we are going to understand what is a package. What is meant by a package? Okay, and then we are going to see the operation, how to get the list of all the packages installed on your RStudio. Okay, we are going to see some important concept about the packages. Okay, so the first thing, let's suppose, how can you get the list of all the packages installed? Okay, and then how to install the packages. Okay, how can you install the package? After that, how to use the packages in R. Okay, so once you know what are the list of available packages installed, okay, after that, once you know how to install the package, next important thing is how to use the package, right? And next thing is how to uninstall the package, and then updating the package. How can you update the package? And then unloading a package. Okay, unloading the package. And then next thing is useful R packages for data science. Okay, useful R packages for data science. So all these topics we are going to cover in this session. Okay, so once you understand the package, we are going to see the list of all the packages installed in our R directory, and then how to install a new package, how to use that package, how to load that package, and in case of updation is required, so how to update the package. Let's suppose if you want to uninstall the package, how can you uninstall it, how to unload the package, and finally some useful packages for data science. So let's start with the first thing. What is a package? R packages are a collection of R functions, compile code, and sample data. Okay, it's a collection of R functions, compile code, and sample data. They are stored under a directory called library in the R environment. Okay, where they are stored? They are stored under a directory called library in R environment. By default, R installed a set of packages during installation. Okay, that's very good thing for us. By default, R install a set of packages during the installation. They increase the power of R by improving existing base R functionalities or by adding the new codes. Packages increase the power of R by improving the existing base R functionalities or by adding the new ones. So you can say R packages are the collection of the R functions, compile code, and sample data. And all the packages are stored under the directory called library in the R environment. Okay, and by default, R install a set of packages during the installation. Envision that you did prefer to do some regular language handling of a Korean writing. Imagine that, suppose that you did prefer to do some regular language task of Korean writing, okay, or Korean text. Extricate climate information from the web, or even estimate a genuine evapotranspiration utilizing the land surface energy balance model. Okay, or even estimating the genuine evapotranspiration utilizing land surface energy balance models. R package got you covered. As of late, the official repository CRAN, I hope you know that, Comprehensive R Archive Network. So as of late, the official repository CRAN reached 10,000 packages published, and many more are publicly available through the internet. Are you getting it? More packages are added later when they are needed for some specific purpose. So we can add more packages when we need it for some specific purpose. When we start the R console, only the default packages are available by default. Other packages which are already installed have to be loaded explicitly to used by the R program that is going to use them. As per the theory, since the R programming language is going to install some packages during the installation, so that package that already, so some other package which is already installed on your system in RStudio, let's suppose, okay. So if you want to use it, so you need to load it explicitly so that you can use it, okay. Now let's see the first thing, checking the available R packages, okay. So first of all, let's suppose if you want to get a library location containing the R packages. So we can get a library location containing the R packages by using .lib path function. See here, as per our theory session till now, R packages are stored in a library location, right? So where is this library location? So we can get the library location containing the R packages by using .lib paths, this function that I highlighted in a red color, okay. And then next, if you want to get a list of all the available package that is installed, that is already installed in your system in R directory, so you can get a list of all the packages which is installed with the help of the function library. Got it? So library function is help you to check all the available packages that is already installed, and .lib paths function, you are going to use it to get the library location that contain the R packages. Got it? Now next thing is how to install the R package. That's very important. You can install the package if you know the name of the package. Okay. You can install the package if you know the name of the package. So use the following command to install any package. What is this command? Install that package and then the package name. What is the command here? Install that package. In order to install any package, you need to know the name of that package, and then we need to use this command. So for example, install that packages. In double quotation, you need to specify the name of the package. So here, if you write like this, install that packages, okay, inside the opening closing bracket, inside double quotation, you need to specify the name of the package. So the package name here, ggplot2. I know that package. So here, package ggplot2 is a data visualization package for statistical programming language in R. So ggplot2 is a data visualization package. So I'm installing it. Got it? Now let me show you how can you use this package. So as per our theory session, once you install the package, then you need to load it in order to use the package. So let's see how to use the package in R. We need to load the package in R after installing them to make them usable. So once you install the package with the help of function install.packages, with the help of this command, install.packages, inside that specify the name of the package. Once you install it successfully, in order to use it, you need to use the function, you need to use the function library. So how to use it? We need to load the package in R after installing them to make them usable. To load the R language package, you need to use the library command as follows. For example, library, and then installed inside that you need to specify the name of the package that you installed. So library package name. So library ggplot2. In our previous slide, we have installed the package ggplot2. Now if I want to use this package, I need to load it with the help of the function library. Inside that library, I need to specify which function, which package I want to use. So I specify the name of the package that we installed. Got it? Now I want to show you all these things in RStudio. So let me open the RStudio. So see here, .lib path. What is this? It is going to show us the library location where all the available packages are installed. So if I execute line number 1, I should get the library location. So see here, this is my current library location where all the available packages are there. Can you see this one? 1 and 2. Okay. Now next thing is library. If you just write library function like this, if you execute this, you are going to get a set of all the available packages that is currently installed. A set of all the available packages that has been installed. So if I execute line number 2, I should get all the available package that has been installed. Okay. So let me execute line number 2. So I have executed line number 2. So see here, it's running. Can you see a new tab has opened now? Are package available? Can you see that? Packages in a library. Which library? Since the packages are stored in a library, so first of all, with the help of the function .lib pass, we have find the library location. So this is our library location. See here, see user HP document rwin, see here, this one. Okay, so in this library part, in this part, which packages are available? See here, all these packages are available. Can you see this one? Yeah. Got it? So with the help of this function, we can see all the available packages installed in our system. That is installed in our system. Now let's see, focus on line number 3. If you want to install a new package, you need to know the name of the package. So I know the name of the package, that is ggplot2. That is very important for a data visualization. Okay, ggplot2 play a very important role for a data visualization. This is one of the most important package. So how can I use it? With the help of this command, install.packages, I need to specify the name of the package inside double quote. So if I execute line number 3, it is going to install the package ggplot2. So let me execute line number 3. So see here, line number 3, it is started for execution. So wait for it. Okay, what's happening? It's just giving the warning. So let's wait. What happened? Let's wait it. So can you see that it's started to download? Yeah, from the website karen.rstudio.com. Yeah. So I hope now, yeah, with the help of the command install.packages, you just need to specify the name of the package that you want to install. And finally, it is going to install. So can you see on the console screen, package ggplot2 successfully unpacked and MD sums checked. So see here, it is also showing you the downloaded binary packages are in this directory. Okay, this path. It's installed in this path. Got it? So with the help of this command, we can easily install the package if you know the package name. Now, in order to use the package, as per this theory, in order to use the package that you install, you need to load them with the help of the function library. So I'm using the function library. Inside that, you need to specify what package you want to use. So if you just write library like that I highlighted on line number 2, you are going to see, you can see all the available packages. Okay, but in order to use a specific package, okay, that is installed in your system, you need to load it with the help of function library. Inside that, you need to specify the package name that you want to use. So recently we have installed the ggplot2 package, so obviously we want to use it. So let me use it. So I will execute line number 4. So see, line number 4 has executed successfully. Now I can use the ggplot. So see here, it's a warning message. It's a package ggplot2 was built under R version 4.0.2. Okay, it's okay. So this means now we can use the package ggplot2. Okay, so now let me show you how can you use it. So before going to show you this ggplot, okay, as I told you, it's one of the important package for data visualization. Okay, through which you can draw the plot, okay, or a scatter plot or whatever it is. Okay, and by the way, we are going to see the various types of graphics and the plots supported in R programming, such as box plot, bar plot, histogram, scatter plot, okay, and any other type of plot supported in R in our later sessions. But here, as we have installed the package ggplot2, as we load it, I just want to show you a basic thing about it, how to use this one. Now, before going to use this one, use of ggplot2, I want you to create a data frame. I hope you remember how can you create a data frame? With the help of function data.frame, you can create a data frame, am I right? And I'm assigning a name to it, data_frame. So how can you create a data frame? So employee ID, that is a name of first column that contain the 5 observations, 1:5. This means 5 rows. Employee name, again the name of the column, Okay, second column that contain these observation or these rows. Okay, and then the salary, again a third column name, bonus is the fourth column name. Okay, so see here, each of the column should contain equal number of observations. So employee ID contain 5 observation, employee name should also contain 5 observation, salary should also contain 5 observation, bonus also contain 5 observation. After that we need to close it. So let me execute line number 7. So see, data frame, data underscore frame has created successfully. Now let's see the output of it. I will execute line number 12. So see here, data underscore frame. So what is the name of first column we have given? Employee ID 1:5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next column name is employee name, whatever we specified here, Rick, Dan, Michael, and then the salary, okay, and then the bonus. So in short, you can say we have created a data frame with 5 columns, with 4 columns and 5 observation, okay, or 5 rows. Got it? Now I want to use this function ggplot2. I want to use this package. So let me tell you how can you use it. You need to write ggplot. Okay, this function. Don't write ggplot2. ggplot2 is the name of the package. So ggplot, write ggplot function. Inside that, write data is equal to what? What data you want to use for ggplot. So write data is equal to, what is the data we want to use here? The data which is available inside the data frame. So what is the name of data frame here? Data underscore frame. So see here, this is our data underscore frame. I want to use this data, okay, to plot. Okay, so I will use data is equal to data underscore frame, this data. Okay, after that, AAS means aesthetics, in which you are specifying what you want to have on x-axis and what you want to have on y-axis. So I want to have bonus, this data, bonus data on x-axis and salary data on y-axis. So hence I return aesthetic of x like this. Focus on this line. Aesthetics, x is equal to bonus. This means on x-axis I can see the data about the bonus 105, 95, 100, and on the y-axis I can see the data about salary. So see here the salary. And finally you need to close it. ggplot data is equal to data frame comma aesthetic is equal to this one, and then you need to close ggplot2, okay, sorry, ggplot function, and after that you need to write geom point. This means you want to highlight this plot with the help of point, geom underscore point. So let me execute now line number 14. Now wait a minute, can you see the output here? Can you see the plot here? So we have draw a plot. Yes, can you see that? With the help of ggplot. So in which we have used the data for a data frame, on which we have used aesthetic X for a bonus. So see here the bonus and Y for the salary. Can you see that? Bonus on the x-axis, Y and salary on the y-axis. Okay. And then the geom point. So whenever the data is matching, means the corresponding data. So see here, can you see here? So geom point, so it is going to represent our plot with the help of point. Can you see that? Now if you focus here, what is that? 95. 95 is belong to 515. So see here, 95 is belong to 515, the first point. Got it? Now in case of 100, can you see this 100? 100 belong to 611. Can you see this one? 100 belongs to, if the value of bonus 100, okay, the salary is 611. See here, so if the bonus that we have plotted on the x-axis, the value for is 100, and the corresponding value for a salary that we have plotted on the y-axis is 611. So see here, 611. And then next, if you think about what is this, 105. 105, if the bonus value is 105, the salary value is 623. So see here, 623. And what is this? It looks like a big one. Yeah, 115. So if the bonus is 115, the salary is 722. See here. Got it? See here. And then last one, if the bonus is 130, salary is 843. Can you see this one? Last one? Yeah. So I hope you got it. How we have created a data frame By the way, we have created a data frame so that we can use the data to plot, okay, to make a plot with the help of ggplot function. So I hope you understand how to use it. Inside a ggplot function, you need to write data is equal to name of the data that you want to use, data frame, and then specify aesthetics, AES. This function contain x is equal to bonus, what you want to plot on x-axis and what you want to plot on y-axis, and close the ggplot function, and then after that you write geom underscore point so that the point can be plotted. Can you see that? But if you write geom underscore line also, so let me show you what going to happen. If you write like this one, geom underscore line. So initially it's a plot. Now if I execute line number 14, so see here. So can you see that? The first point, the second point, third point, fourth point, 5 point, because we have the data with 5 observation. Can you see that? But even if you want to write in, if you want to make it more, what we say, if you want to have this plot look like more good, okay. So what I will do, I will add geom point also. Plus geom line. What I have done, geom point plus geom line. So let me execute this. Now, can you see that? We have plotted a plot that contains the point as well as the line. So this point is nothing but this one, geom point and geom line, that is connecting with each point with other one. Yeah. So got it? So I hope you understand now. Now let's see next topic about packages. So till now we have seen, yeah, with the help of .lib paths, you can see the library location where the packages is installed. After that, we have seen the library function through which you can see all the available packages. Okay, and after that, in order to install the R package, we need to use the command install.packages, and inside that we need to specify the package name. Once you install the package successfully, in order to use that package, you need to load it with the help of function library, and inside that library function, you need to specify the name of the package that you want to use. Okay, now let's see how to uninstall a package. You can uninstall the package with the help of the function remove.packages. Okay, so can you see this example, remove.packages, and then specify the package name that you want to uninstall. So remove.packages. So recently we have installed ggplot2 package. Okay, we have loaded to use it, and we have used it to draw the plot. Yeah, after that, now let's suppose if you want to remove it, so with the help of function remove.packages, and then specify the name of package that you want to remove, like this, you can easily uninstall the package. Okay, now let me show you next thing. You can check what packages need an update with a call to the function old.packages. Are you getting it? You can check what packages need an update with a call to the function old.packages. So this means with the help of function old.packages, you can check what packages needed the update. Got it? And then in order to do the update, okay, for all packages, there is a function update.packages. So with the help of this function update.packages, you can update all the packages. And with the help of function old.packages, you will come to know what are the packages that require the update, that need the update. Got it? So old.packages, that will show you what packages need the update, and update.packages means you are going to update all the packages. Now let's see unload the package. See here, we have seen how to install the package ggplot2 with the help of function install.packages inside the opening closing bracket double quotation ggplot2. And in order to use this package, we have used the library function. In order to use it, we need to load it with the help of library. Inside that, we need to specify the name of the package that we want to use. Okay, now next thing is to unload the package, you can use the detach function. For example, the use will be detach package. For example, in our case, what is the package you want to unload? Package : ggplot2 unload is equal to true, like that. We need to use like this. Got it? Now let me show you all this detail in RStudio. So I have opened RStudio. So we have seen how to plot, how to make a plot with the help of ggplot. Now what is this all dot packages? It is going to see what packages need an update. So let me execute line number 16. So see, wait a second. Can you see the output now? After executing line number 16, I'm getting this output. So these are the packages that need an update now. Now update.packages. If I execute this line, it is going to update all the packages. Am I right? So let me execute line number 17. And let's wait for it. Yeah, the question is coming here. Update, yes or no? So if you want to update it, you just need to click yes, otherwise no. Got it? Now next thing is how to unload the package. Currently we have load the package, what package? ggplot2 with the help of function library. Now in order to unload this package, I need to use the function detach. Okay, so detach package colon name of the package that you want to unload, command unload is equal to true. What is this? It is going to unload a package. So let me execute line number 18. So see here, line number 18 has executed successfully. This means currently we have just unload the package. Which package? ggplot2. We have not removed it. Am I right? Does we remove the package ggplot2? No. We have just unload it. Now, if I execute this line, which line? ggplot. ggplot is a function which is present inside the package ggplot2. So if I execute line number 14, can you see that I'm getting the error? Could not find the function ggplot2. Why I'm getting this error? Because I have unload the package ggplot2. Are you getting it? Now, if I want to use it, first of all, I need to install the package. So I already have installed the package ggplot2. In order to use it, I just need to load it with the help of function library ggplot2. So if I execute now line number 4, can you see that warning message? Package ggplot2 was built in under. See, it's just a warning message. It's not an error. So this means now we can use, after executing line number 4, we have loaded the package ggplot2. Now at this time, if I execute line number 14, can you see that output is coming here? The plot you can see on the right side. So this means it's loaded now. Again, if you want to remove the loaded package, this one, you need to use the line number 18. Got it? Now next thing is how to uninstall the package. Yeah, how to install the package with the help of function remove.uninstall. Remove.packages. See here. If you right click remove.packages, you are going to uninstall the package. Okay, so I will write this line here. See here, remove.package, the name of the package that you need to uninstall. So what is this? It is uninstalling. It is going to uninstall ggplot2 package. Got it? So let me execute this line number 19. See here, it's coming, removing package from this one. Got it? Now let's check it. Now if you want to again use it, library ggplot2. So see, after installing the package ggplot2, you can load it. Now what I have done, I have removed the package ggplot2. Now if I execute line number 4, see here, it's now loaded. Got it? So see here, remove.packages, what does it doing? You can install the package with the help of function remove.packages and then specify the name of the package. See here. Again, what I have done, I executed this line 2 times. Am I right? Line number 19. Now at this time I'm getting the error. Error in remove.package. There is a no package called ggplot2. Can you see this one? There is a no package called ggplot2. Got it? This means we have successfully removed the package ggplot2. Got it? So to remove the package or to uninstall the package, we need to use the function remove.packages. Instead that, we need to specify the name of the package that you want to uninstall or that you want to remove. So see here, we are getting the error. If I execute again line number 19, so I'm getting the error here. Let me again execute it. Can you see the output here? Error in remove.packages. There is a no package called ggplot2. Got it? So now we have seen with the help of .lib, it is going to show us what is the library location. Okay, this is our library location where the package is installed. With the help of this function library, we can see the R available packages, the R packages available in the directory. And then with the help of install.packages, if you know the package name, you're going to install the package. After that, in order to use this package, I need to load them with the help of function library. Okay, and inside that I need to pass the name of the package. And then after that, we have seen in order to use the function ggplot2, which is present inside the package ggplot, in order to use the function ggplot, okay, we have loaded ggplot2 package, and then we have created a data frame, okay, so that we can use it inside a function ggplot, and this function is present inside the package ggplot2. Got it? And then we have seen what packages need an update. How can you check it? With the help of all.packages. And if you write update.packages, it is going to update all the packages. And then with the help of detach, okay, this function, it is going to, this line of code, it is going to unload a package. So package colon name of the package comma unload is equal to true. And finally, in order to uninstall the package, there is a command, there is a function for us, remove.packages, specify the name of the package. Got it? Yes, I hope you understand now. Now next thing, let's see the next thing about package. So we have seen detach function. Okay. Now let's see the useful R packages for data science. R has over 10,000 packages in CRAN repository. Yeah. Being the most popular language of choice for statistical modeling, R provides a diverse range of libraries. While it is not possible to list out all the libraries, we will discuss the most common and useful libraries that data scientists use in their everyday tasks. Okay, so if you would like to become data scientists with the help of R, you should need to know what the libraries they are using nowadays in everyday tasks. Yeah, so let me show you that. So see here, useful R packages for data science. Top 10 data science packages in R. Okay, top 10 data science packages in R. So I have just written the type top 10 packages. So list of some useful R packages for data science and machine learning. So see here, for data manipulation, data scientists are now using the packages name dplyr, tdir, tibble, okay, lubridate, and string R. For data visualization, the most useful package is ggplot2. Yeah, we have seen the example of ggplot2, how to install this package, how to load this package, how to make a plot with the help of ggplot function. Yeah, and for reporting, Shiny is one of the package, and then R Markdown. And for a machine learning, they are using the package Model R and MLR. Got it? Yeah, these are the some important packages nowadays that the data scientists are using. Okay. Now, what is the difference between a package and a library? Do you know that? Library is a command used to load a package. Library is a command used to load a package, and it refers to the place where the package is contained, usually a folder on your computer, while a package is a collection of functions bundled conveniently. Are you getting it? What is the difference between a package and a library? So library is a command used to load the package, and it refers to the place where the package is contained, usually a folder on your computer. Okay, so you can consider a library is our folder. Okay, because it is just going to we are going to use this command to load the package, and it refers to the place where the package is contained, while the package is a collection of the function bundled conveniently. Is a collection of the function as well as the compiled code, right? That bundled conveniently. Got it? So finally, I would like to say thank you very much for attending this session. Yeah, I hope you will join my next section. I hope you understand all the concept of package. What is a package? Yeah, and how to install a package, how to load the package, how to uninstall the package, how to unload the package, how to see what package required the update, and how to update all the packages, right? We have seen all the concept, and finally we have seen what are the difference between a library and a package. So I hope you understand all these things. So thank you very much for attending this session. I hope you will join my next session. So have a good day. Bye bye.